Right, phase one of the job is get the 695 over there. Morning world, welcome to Saturday the 3rd of August, and yeah, we actually baled some hay yesterday. The guys didn't quite finish. They had about half an hour's worth to do, and the heavens opened and it absolutely pissed down. So Dave rang me last night and said, you've got two choices. One, we can go away and come back when it's dry enough and we'll bale it into hay, or two, I'll bale it and I'll come back tomorrow and wrap it. And I said, well, I don't really want it wrapped. And I said, is it really worth coming back? Because it's, you know, a 20-mile round trip for him as well. I said, is it really worth coming back for you for like probably 10 or 15 bales? He goes, look, mate, he said, I started the job for you. I promised I'd do it. If you want it in hay, you'll have it in hay. And I said, thank you very much. I'd rather have it in hay. So that's what's happening. So we are about to make our way over to the farm in Dad's 695. I just want to go around and do a couple of checks before we do that. First check is oil, which is down in there, which with the loader on is not the easiest thing to get hold of. That looks pretty good to me. Yep, that'll do nicely. Get in there. Hello? All right. Mrs. P has found me a job before I go. Right, that's that one there. Next job would be easier with the loader down, but we'll climb. We'll just check you. That should be good. Oh, actually want a bit of water in there. Right, okay. We'll top you up. See, just what I checked. This thing doesn't get hot, but obviously it's thrown a little bit of water out, so we'll take it around to the hose pipe and top him up. Before we do that though, we'll just pull you out of there and see what you look like. I reckon you could probably do with a bit though, couldn't you? We'll put a bit in there. How are we for fuel? Well, it'll make its mind up in a minute. I reckon that's the flashing saying we're nearly out of fuel, so we'll put some fuel in too. I know I'm going to get framed on for this. I know. Too much sawdust around there, so I'll get rid of some of that. you go. All right. Right. Let's get some lubrication in there. Right, I didn't see anything on the bottom of the dipstick, which is naughty, because I should have checked it earlier, so I might want a couple of these. So this is like a multi-purpose oil, so it's engine oil, but it's also suitable for a gearbox as well. So basically we're going to put a load in, as in put, what's this, 2 litres, we'll put 2 litres in, and then give it 30 seconds to settle. Check my dipstick, and then, well, continue as necessary. Might even speed up my hydraulics a bit. Are we on the dipstick yet? Oh, we are. Oh, right, okay. Is that all it wanted then? 2 litres. Oh, well. Just as well I check before I put any more in there. We'll just double check that. Yep. That's on. Maximum. Spot on. Right. So it wasn't as bad as I thought it was then. 2 litres. Bearing in mind we've got a leaky ram seal on the front loader. Hang on. I'm trying to multitask here. Yeah, bearing in mind we've got a leaky ram seal on the front loader, and I dare say every time they plug the log splitter in and out, leaks a little tiny bit, so that's not too bad. That's the first time I've checked that actually in a few years. This is where someone writes in or comments, oh, you shouldn't fill it up through that hole, that's the wrong hole. So I think it all goes in the same place. There you go. Just make sure you're tight enough. This hasn't got to be really, really, really tight, but it's got to be sealed. Did that cap move on there? No, that's all right. There you go, done. Right then, shall we? Bit of go juice. That's a tank breather gurgling. So, the thing is, if I let it gurgle for a long time, it actually spits a bit of fuel out. That'll do. So the plan originally was that I was going to drive this over, and Mrs. P or one of my daughters was going to come and pick me up and bring me home. But Mrs. P and Emma are off having their nails done this morning. Samantha, I don't think she's working. Holly's working. Abby's working. So I got no lift. Or at least I didn't, until I rang my brother and said, you coming over this morning? He goes, yeah, I got to come and pick the bread up. He goes, fantastic. Pick us up and bring us back. Yeah, no worries, he said, so thank you, Michael. Right, come on, up here. On there, good girl. Right, just whip round quickly with the grease gun. on the king posts and the front pivot of the suspension. Everything, only wanted a couple of squirts. The loader got plenty. I'm just squeezing all over the place. Right. Oh, push the stop in. Goes so much better. Right. Shall we? So the 695 is probably going to live over at Itchington now for, well, it might be a couple of weeks, because it's not just the 100 and something bales of hay that I'm going to be bringing. I think they baled 115 yesterday, so not as many as I thought it was going to be, but Barry did make the bales a bit bigger, and that baler does pack them tight. So I'm not unhappy with 115. I wanted 100 bales. I wanted 300 bales of hay in the barn. Well, I've already got that. I've already got 200 in there. If I've got 115, I'm already 15 over my target. Plus the 60 bales of silage, which is the reason the tractor's probably going to stay over there for a bit, because I think I'm going to start bringing some of that home. The grass isn't really growing. I don't think we're going to get any real grass growth now for the rest of this year. Days are getting shorter, nights are getting cooler. I could throw a load of fertiliser on the ground, but I think actually I'm better off resting the ground a bit, feeding the cattle bales out in the field. So as long as they're out and about, they can roam around, they're happy. And they also seem more than happy to come up and just grab it out the ring feeder. So this takes a little while to do this. My case is a 40k box. We're doing well to get 30k out of it. So yeah, it's a bit of a slow process, but it's not like I'm making this trip backwards and forwards. I know a lot of people said, oh, why don't you go overload with this and bring it back with this? Well, one, hasn't really got the horsepower to pull that big trailer loaded. It would do it, but oh, it would be slow. And yeah, it's just slow. Makes a change. I'm going flat out through the village, easily keeping up with the traffic, because I've got a couple of cyclists who insist on going side by side through the village, not letting anybody past them. Up. It's quite cloudy, but it is starting to warm up, so hopefully I'm not going to get over there and we find ourselves in the middle of a thunderstorm. Just let these few folks go past. Oh, there's only two of them. Everybody else turned off. Typical. Well, there's a few in there. Okay, just opened the gate, and it is still pretty damp out there, so I'm probably not going to rush to get back with the trailer. I'll let the wind do a bit of drying first. So I think I'm going to park the tractor in here, in full view of my neighbours actually. So in fact I'm going to park the tractor out here, right in front of my neighbours. They can keep an eye on it if you think. Hello, I can see a bit of baler down there. I don't want that in my tyre. He's definitely quite broken, isn't he? Come on up. Right, I've called my brother. He's on his way to pick me up, so much appreciated. Yeah, it is quite wet out here, so I don't know if we had a bit more rain this morning or in the night, but yeah, that's phase one, getting the 695 over here. Phase two will be coming over with my case and a trailer. If I can get 2 loads in today, I'll be happy. Here he is. Don't get run over, dog. Morning.
Did you order an Uber?
Yeah.
In the back, in the back, in the back.
I just found a bit of Mr. Bloodbrooke's baler.
That'll be useful.
Yeah. Well, better there than...
I should charge you for it if I were you.
Yeah. Do you want a nice little pin for something? Wait, that's not...
Here?
I've literally, this is as far as I got. So they got another...
There's a pasty in the bag. That's
Oh,
why she's after it.
Ah, right, okay. She won't have it.
There's some holes
Leave
in
the
that.
Some holes, what? Yeah, that's where it got wet. Yeah, that was one of the reasons we were going to put that ground down to...
Grass.
Yeah, but...
You got enough grass, haven't you?
I've not heard anything from Mark, so I'm kind of I'm not going to bother. I'm just going to carry on like we are.
Oh, you still got some to bale. He didn't finish.
Yeah, no, he said he already got the headland on this one, so...
We ain't got all that.
So he offered to... he actually pissed down, he said. So he said he said he could come back, he could bale it and wrap it. And I said, I don't really want silage or haylage.
Well, this isn't haylage now, is it? It's just wet hay.
Yeah. So I said, give it a day, and if it dries out, come back and
burn it.
Well, no, well, I'll bale it. It'll still go for bed and breakfast, isn't it? So.
Yeah. I mean, even if you put it on the floor.
Yeah.
She sat right in front of the camera, you know.
Yeah, that's all right. That's all right. That's because she's the queen.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah,
No.
you're the queen. Okay, all right. All right.
No.
Yeah. So.
Hedges recovered quite well.
Yeah, I'm gonna let that grow again.
Yeah.
So that
Keep the size tight.
that really annoyed me when you did that. Look at the state of the tree. I mean, what a bloody state that is.
It's an ash bonsai.
As a flipping
Mess.
yeah.
Especially as a veteran.
Well, especially it wasn't even Dad's idea. He just said, "Yeah, all right, we'll do that." So I would have
What I
said,
love about this farm, and mine over there, the hedges are absolutely full of wild honeysuckle. Everywhere.
"Yeah, it's full of all sorts."
Feed my bees.
So you got linseed up there, has he?
There's linseed in the mix.
Alright,
It's
okay.
wildflower mix. There's quite a lot of linseed in it.
Okay. Right, I'll shut the gate because I might not come straight back over because it's quite wet and damp. I let these bales burn off a bit.
It's even wetter in Wotton.
Oh, raining?
I just came across from mine and it is black.
Oh, okay. Right, okay, I'll just shut this gate a minute then.
It's going to warm up a bit now.